Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is about my morning routine, and this is my morning routine here in Brisbane when I'm in student accommodation and when I have time. Don't really have to leave the house early because I don't have classes that early, so that is really nice. Those are the things I do in the morning to feel energized and to start the day right. That's everything I have to say, so enjoy the video. My day normally starts at something like 7 or 8. I really prioritize sleep and I always sleep at least 7.5 hours. I sleep normally 8 hours, but always something between 7 and 9 hours. This day started at 7:20 after a good 8-hour sleep. I just feel so much better when I get enough sleep, and yeah, I'm more energized in general. And after waking up, I try to get some sunlight and I open my window sheets and just look out of the window. One of the first things I do in the morning is drink some water and take my supplements. I got my blood tested some months ago and I just need to take some supplements. And I also have a hormone imbalance, and the supplements kind of regulate those hormones, which is really beneficial for me. Then I go into the kitchen to have my apple cider vinegar. I drink apple cider vinegar every morning, which I started a few weeks ago, and it's been very beneficial for me. I always mix the apple vinegar with water. I take about 1 to 2 tablespoons of vinegar in 200 milliliters of water. Adding apple cider vinegar to your morning routine can help your stomach work better, keep your heart healthy, and help control your blood sugar levels. And I really noticed a difference. I really feel like my eating habits have improved since I started drinking apple cider vinegar, and I was struggling with that before, so maybe this is just some little hack that might help. It doesn't taste that good in the beginning, but you get used to this after some days, and for me it's not really bad anymore. Then it's time for journaling. In the morning I always write down my thoughts to process everything. There's just so much happening during the semester abroad, and journaling really helps me to process everything and to be present in the semester abroad. I also write down my dreams because we process a lot while we're sleeping, and this really helps me to understand how I'm feeling about different situations. I feel like it's not really about the dream itself, but how you were feeling during the dream. So that's what I'm trying to remember just when I wake up. And after this, I make a gratitude list. I always try to think of at least 3 things I'm grateful for, which is not that hard. There are so many things you can be grateful for. I used to share a gratitude list on Instagram with you just for inspirational reasons. So let me know if I should start doing that again, because I really enjoyed this actually. And finally, I write down my manifestations. And that's my morning journal routine. Okay, and now we come to a really interesting part, and I actually got a lot of questions on that because now I'm doing my exercises to lower my cortisol levels. As I just told you before, I got my blood tested and my cortisol levels were too high, so I'm trying to regulate that with these exercises, and it's really working. If you start yawning and if your eyes start watering, it's working, and I feel much better. The cortisol lowering exercises I do include stroking down my arms, massaging the back of my hands, massaging the third eye, then pulling down and out on my earlobes and tapping in this specific sequence you can see right now. And as you can also see, I had to yawn several times during this, and that's a good sign. That means that it's working, and I actually feel way more relaxed when I wake up because in the morning the cortisol levels are especially high. So if you're dealing with higher cortisol levels, it's important to regulate them in the morning. And I always do this in the morning and in the evening to have a better sleep. And it's working really well. And I enjoy doing the exercises. I really enjoy yawning as well. So try this out try this out in general. It's good for you. Then it's time for some stretching, and I always try to meditate for at least 5 minutes in the morning. I did one meditation class in Bali, and since then I feel like I know how it's supposed to feel, so I really enjoy that to calm my mind and just breathe for some time. Then it's finally time to get up, and in the morning I usually take a look at my vision board that I've hung up in my room, and you can see here. This is my vision board for Australia, and I'm really glad that I made it because first of all, I feel like it looks really nice, and second of all, some of the pictures on it have actually already become reality. So yeah, I really like that I have this in my room, and it makes the room much more personal. Next, I wash my face. In the morning, I only wash my face with water and I use a moisturizer. And in the evening, I have my extensive Korean skincare routine, which I've shown you all on Instagram. So feel free to check that out because this really made a difference for my skin. Since I bought the AirPods Max, I'm also listening to music in the morning, which I actually really enjoy. And of course, I'm listening to Fred again. I don't know, I've been to his concert in the Gold Coast, and since then I'm only listening to Fred again. And I also make my bed every morning. This just became a habit. And then it's time for breakfast. I always try to have breakfast within the first half hour to an hour after waking up, which is also good for lowering cortisol levels. And normally I'm also hungry by then. So the morning routine you've seen before that usually takes me about 30 minutes to 40 minutes. And listening to music in the morning is definitely a mood booster. You start dancing, you feel happier. It's just amazing. I usually have the same for breakfast every day, which is normally yogurt, and I put linseeds in it. This is some kind of mix with almonds and I don't know, but linseeds is the most important thing for me. And this was the first time I tried maca, which doesn't really taste nice, but it's also really beneficial for your health and for my hormone imbalance. So I just tried it the first day. Then I was peeling an orange, which I really hate. I don't know, it's so hard to peel them. But I normally have yogurt, fruits, linseeds, this time maca, some cinnamon, and granola for breakfast. Yeah, and this is easy, fast, and I really enjoy eating this. Today I was also eating strawberries because it was good for my cycle phase. I'm cycle syncing at the moment, which means that I'm eating specific food that is beneficial for the cycle phase I'm in right now. And in this cycle phase it was strawberries. I think it was the follicular phase, but I'm not too sure right now. But I really realized that I made a difference, and from literally 1 month to the other my cycle was regular. And yeah, so I'm doing this now. And since I live in a shared apartment, I always try to tidy everything up and clean everything after I cooked or after I prepared breakfast. I live in a shared apartment with 5 other girls. We're only girls, actually. Oh, and I forgot to eat a prune. I always eat prunes in the morning. It's also good for digestion. And yeah, the shared apartment with 5 other girls. I have my own room and my own bathroom, but we share the kitchen. While having breakfast, I really try to focus on the food and not let myself get distracted. I always take a moment for myself during this time, and I don't check my phone in the first hour after waking up, so that I can start my day calmly and I don't get distracted by, I don't know, other people or other opinions. I really try to have a calm morning, to focus on my mindset and to, I don't know, to start the day energized and with focus. But after breakfast, it's time for me to check my phone. Due to the time difference, normally everyone is asleep when I start my day. But I just, yeah, check what has happened while I was asleep and update you guys on Instagram. And I don't know, just do all of the things I do when I'm on my phone. And I actually really enjoy the time difference because then I have like no stress during the day and can post everything in the evening. Now it's time for the big question of what I want to wear for the day. However, since I don't have many clothes with me, there aren't too many options, and I'm already tired of my wardrobe, so maybe it's time for some shopping. And since I'm right across from an office building, I prefer to change in the bathroom. And now it's also time for brushing my teeth. I showed you my toothpaste because my dentist always reminds me not to use whitening toothpaste because it really harms the teeth. So I always make sure to pay attention to that. And right now I'm always brushing my teeth after having breakfast, but I used to do this before having breakfast. I don't know, I feel like this is a big debate. So are you brushing your teeth before or after having breakfast? Maybe after breakfast is more intelligent, but I don't know. I'm using sunscreen every day, not only because I'm in Australia. In Australia I'm using 50+, but I use it every day no matter where I am because it's really important for the skin and I don't want to get wrinkles just yet. And I'm also really careful with the sun and I put sunscreen on every inch of my body. I'm really careful and I once got complimented for that, which was a really proud moment. There is free breakfast in the student accommodation, which is also pretty good, but I just had breakfast and I normally grab the breakfast in the student accommodation for lunch because I won't miss out on free food. And now it's time to pack my things for uni. I only have like 1 or 2 uni days a week, which is really nice, but today was a day where I had to go to university. Okay, and that was my morning routine. Now I will leave for uni and I will have coffee with friends before that. I don't really have classes that early, so normally I have a lot of time in the morning, which I really enjoy. I love to have a good morning routine. I love my morning routine at the moment. I love to journal. I love to, I don't know, have a lot of time to think and to start the day pretty relaxed actually. I don't have to stress, and this took me about, I got up at 7:20 and now it's 9:20. Today was especially slow, but also because I was filming it. But I really enjoyed it. I love to have a slow morning. But this was my morning routine. I hope you enjoyed the video. The style was a bit different, so tell me how you liked it. I really enjoyed filming it actually. I had a lot of different angles. I hope you saw that. And let me know if you also want to see an evening or night routine. I would also love to film that if you want to see that. And that's it for today's video. And I also love reading your comments, so feel free to leave a comment. And see you next time. Bye!